Hey, it's Pacifist. A brief intro before we start. So, since you clicked on this video, I assume you play Hunt. Since you play Hunt, I assume you watch some content about it. Now, how many Hunt content creators can you name off the top of your head? Like 5? What if I told you that there are many more, and a lot of them deserve way more attention than they're getting right now? There are creators that make high-quality content, regardless of their channels being on the lower side of the sub count. Some of them are skillful players, some have unique shows and fill new niches of content. The main thing here being that every one of them brings something new to the table, keeping the community active. With that said, I figured it might be worth it to create a focal point for the audiences, where you could come to learn more about the creator you like, and by extension discover new channels that might be of interest to you. There was a lot of work and preparation put into this video, and now its success depends entirely on your feedback. So make sure to let me know if that is something you'd like to see more of, and point out things that you'd like to see improved. And let's get started. Our first guest is Bill.E. At the moment of writing this script, he has a 3.25 thousand subscribers on his channel with 166 videos uploaded. Bill.E found himself in making gameplay videos where he displays several thousand hours of experience in the game, and just how disgusting you can make a joke with it still being funny. At this moment he pretty much has a monopoly on prestige challenges that he has made 6 of, and that became a staple of the channel. And no wonder, who doesn't like a 40-minute long video about somebody using nothing but melee weapons for the whole prestige? And it turns out that Bill.E has even bigger plans for the channel. So let's find out just what these are. And Mike's hot in 3, 2, 1. Let's roll. Why'd you become so quiet?
Just because
You fuck!
because you told me to fucking we didn't do it. I was like, okay. Sorry, it was just too perfect, man. What do you want from me?
Right, okay. So, hi again. That's me, that's Bill.E. I'm gonna be asking him shit. Let's roll. Fuck you, mate.
If you want to restart, we can. We can kill the queue and try and...
If I'd wanted to restart, I'd pick a better friend for this.
Fair enough. I'd pick somebody who wasn't such an asshole.
That's fine. Oh, by the way, I guess we should have mentioned that we are running randomized loadouts for now.
Yeah.
So, that's my shit, that's his shit.
My bitrate on the on my actual videos is actually a lot higher than YouTube displays because YouTube likes to fuck with the bitrate.
Yeah. Do you do the same thing as I do and render your videos in higher resolution than you upload?
Once you get, like, I believe it's like a consistent, like, 1,000 viewers, it automatically goes into VP9. But it doesn't, do it until you have, like, a consistent number of, like, viewers that's higher than, like, 5.
Oh, yeah, cool.
Which yours would be, but you don't post, so...
Yeah, so... Thank you guys for your attention. That was the interview. Thank you, Bill.E. Fuck you.
Puts on the fucking, what was it, the Doom cover of the Gangster's Paradise, that, what was that? What was your,
in the latest one?
last...
Yeah. The questions are split in, like, 3 general, groups. Like, general questions about, questions about YouTube, what you do, and obviously hunt-related questions.
Okay.
What you know about the game, how you feel about it. So, while these 2 fuckers are burning, why don't you introduce yourself and tell us about yourself as little or as much as you'd like.
Okay, I'm Billy. I like doing stupid shit on the internet, and recording it so that people can laugh at me. I like doing stupid challenges and things. I like just fucking around on the game. I went to college for IT support, which, well, computer networking, but basically just IT support. And I am kind of excited to be interviewed by you because I want to know what questions you've come up with.
That's nothing special, but it actually means a lot for me because this is a pilot episode. So if it actually if it is actually gonna be any like successful to any degree, your return on investment from this is gonna be probably the longest taking or the slowest of everybody. Would you elaborate on what networking is like?
Okay, so it was just essentially I was working with Cisco routers, and I just learned the basic ways to set it up, like how to set up Cisco routers. I'm not gonna get into it because it's fucking boring. I even found it boring, and I was doing it and might be doing it for a job. So yeah.
Nerd shit.
Yeah, it's giant fucking nerd shit. Boss is here, by the way.
Oh, cool.
But yeah, so I was messing with Cisco routers. I learned a little bit, and by a little bit, I mean like a stupendously little bit of Python. I learned things, how to deal with like Linux OS and things like that. Like, remember, like this is the basics of everything, because college teaches you very, very little at the level that I was going at. I think it was for an associate's, and mostly just computer-related stuff. That's really boring.
So why do you choose it?
Because it's really boring, I thought it would be a really good field to go into, because computers make the world go around. And if you know what you're doing with them, you know how to set them up and whatever, you're always gonna have a job.
Fair.
We're
red.
Here.
Okay.
Tagged one.
Good. Oh. Oh, that's a level.
Yep.
Let me beetle.
I killed him. We traded. It's fine. It doesn't matter where he is. It matters where the guy you need to kill is. Nice, nice, nice. Beautiful.
Da, 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 da.
This would be a bad time to mention that I'm completely out of heals.
I gotcha. They're killing our boss. These fuckers. Let me heal you.
I'm gonna just hide in this brick room. There's a lot less places to get shot at. I only need one because I lost a 50. Thank you.
Okay, let's go fuck him up. I'd like to finish the boss.
I would too, like a lot.
Like this. Reload bug, of course.
Perfect, enough loss. Come on. I didn't even see him. One step.
Nice kill. I'm gonna be pushing closer to them.
Last guy was the legendary skin infected, I think.
Yeah, like here. He's tagged. Where? Okay. Now flash.
Oh.
This was a cool shot.
He's tough.
Oh.
Nicely
done, Billy. Nicely done. Okay, on to another question. Next one.
Okay.
Do you have any hobbies aside from playing video games? Like, what are you interested in?
Okay, a few of the things that I'm interested in are, I obviously like messing around with computers. I like the physical aspect more. I like actually building them. And
so like hardware.
Yeah, hardware. Because hardware is just the easiest fucking part, right? You know? It is, to be entirely honest. And, I just like messing around with them, but then I also like, I like shooting, I like guns, things like that. I don't do it nearly as much as I would like to, because I have no money, and guns are expensive, and ammo is really expensive, so... But, yeah. I also just, other than that, I just chill with some friends every so often. Game.
So, any shows, any movies, any books?
I I haven't really watched many shows as of recently because I've every time I find myself doing something, I'm either I like just gaming, right? So I feel like it's a superior form of entertainment anyway.
Okay.
It's more engaging for me. Now don't get me wrong, like I have read a few books that I liked. Like one of the books that I liked the most, it was a million years ago, but a book called Wonder. It's a pretty good book. It's about a kid with a facial deformity and how he goes through the world while everybody like kind of just looks at him like he's so different, even though he's kind of an average kid, but he just looks different than everybody else. Pretty good book.
What's it called again?
It's called Wonder.
Wonder. Okay.
It's a good read, but it's like not like a super mature book. It's just a book about how a kid, you know, goes through life when he's looks so different from everybody else.
Got it. Okay. What is your gaming history and what games do you play now aside from obviously Hunt?
Okay, so here's my I started gaming, and this is like so I hadn't had a console for a very long time or a PC for a very long time. So I would go to my cousin's house and he had everything. Like he had a GameCube, a fucking PS2, an Xbox, like an original Xbox. I think he had an original Xbox. I might be wrong on that, but he definitely got a 360 soon after. And like he had a bunch of different shit. So I loved going to his house because I thought video games were the coolest shit and I didn't have anything. And so I played mostly like Nintendo games, especially on the GameCube. So we played Rampage on the GameCube. I don't know if you know what that is.
Rampage? Not sure.
You're like, okay, so you play as like a monster. Some like they had one modeled off King Kong, like a giant ape, but they had like a bunch of different monsters, and you just go around and wreck a city. And the goal is to do it like as good as you can, essentially just destroy as much shit as you can. And I loved that game. And then I also would play Smash Brothers. I think it was Melee on the like Super Mario Smash Brothers Melee on the GameCube, and I sucked complete ass because I played it literally only when I went to his house. The first console that I actually got at that house was a Wii, and funnily enough, I was pretty young, and I've always had I'm dyslexic, so I've always had a problem with reading. So the game that actually taught me how to fucking read was somebody turned on the subtitles on Star Wars: The Force Unleashed. And I would hear the words and I would see the words, and then it started to click in my brain how to read. So that's actually how I learned how to read. I'm not kidding. That's a real thing. I actually, for one, I actually cared, right? Because like it was a game that I wanted to play. So that helped a lot. Because a lot of these fucking books that they would assign me to read, I would be like, dude, this shit's ass. Like, why the fuck? Like, the words that I could read didn't make me want to read the book, right? So
all two of them.
Yeah. But now I'm seeing and obviously video games, you know, bright flashing lights, you know, nice colors, right? So I was actually able to learn from that, which was awesome. And I love that game. I actually bought it on Steam a while ago. And then the console that I really wanted, I wanted an Xbox 360, right? And when I got an Xbox 360, when I got into like actual FPS games, the first one was Call of Duty Black Ops 2. And I played that game for so fucking long, like for so long, like unhealthy amounts of time, almost as much as I probably, you know, way more than I played Hunt, because I played that game for fucking, actually, you know what, I might have played Hunt longer now that I think about it. But yeah, I played a lot of Black Ops 2. But of course, the most interesting part is the PC part, right? So the first game I downloaded on my PC when I built it, um, was was a mistake. It was PUBG.
I have a grand total of, I believe, 20 hours in this game, and I never want to
Yeah,
get back.
I,
I just.
I've had I have 200 hours in that game. That was the game that I first started playing on PC, and I was like, this game kind of blows. So I got a different game, and that was Siege. And from Siege, it's just been like I played Siege for a fucking million years. I loved Siege, but it's obviously Siege. Everybody fucking hates on Siege, but I played it forever. And then I moved to Hunt, and I like playing Apex now, and I like playing Overwatch now. I've been playing some Overwatch.
Hmm.
I liked playing Dead by Daylight. I like killer games. I don't really like playing fucking Survivor because fuck helping my teammates. Uh, but but yeah, that's the games I'm playing. Like I just re-downloaded DBD because they fixed an issue that really bugged me. So I just downloaded that. I'm gonna play that some more. I've been playing Overwatch. I always am looking for an excuse to play Apex and Hunt.
PUBG was the first game I actually was like following esports about, like
Uh
tournaments and stuff.
yeah, because you're more of a competitive. You like the competitive side stuff.
I really do. Gets me going.
I'm a filthy casual, so.
I wouldn't be able to say so. Like as you like calling yourself filthy casual and bitching about you getting fucking 5-6 stars, you play on this level. Are we randomizing
Uh,
loadouts after like with every
every time,
hunter
yeah,
or
that's
with
what I was
every
gonna.
match? Okay.
Every match, that's what I was
Roger.
gonna go for.
Блять.
That's never a good sign.
Sparks pistol, half FMJ, Scatfield Swift, incendiary.
Yeah, yeah, I get why you fucking cursed.
Okay, so you said that you pretty much started your gaming path on with consoles. That brings
Yeah.
me onto another question. Where does your old nickname come from? Because I believe it has something to do with consoles.
Oh yeah. You mean Gideo?
Yeah,
That old fucking thing? Yeah, that
yeah.
was um. So me and my sister were told that we had to share the console, right? So we had to share a name too, and we
Hmm.
couldn't come up with one. Because we're
Because
fucking.
for whatever reason,
That's like
she.
the hardest. No, 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 no. That's the hardest thing to ever do. Like if you're trying to come up with a name is so fucking difficult. Like I hate it. Okay, that's like my least favorite thing with like YouTube too. Like coming up with titles. Like I fucking hate it. So and my sister's the same way. Like we just didn't know what to call ourselves. So at the time, like I think the night before we actually got online because we had the Xbox for a while and we just used our normal names. But then we got you had to buy gold, and then when I bought gold, we had a different online name. So we were
Gold?
like, okay, what do we do? Yeah, Xbox Live
Oh.
gold.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that we could actually play online. And we were like, okay, we just watched GI Joe like the night before. I'm not kidding. And we were like, okay, GI, what we're not gonna put Joe because da, da, da. So GI Duo because there's two of
Mm-hmm.
us. And the original account was GI Duo 2 because somebody was crackhead enough to fucking have that name like, I don't know how the fuck you come up with that name before like but whatever. So it was GI Duo 2, which made sense because there was two of us anyway. So fuck it. But that account ended up dying because the email we used, we just got deleted because nobody used it for so long that it just got yeeted by fucking Google because it was Gmail. And
Yeah.
so we had to remake the account because we couldn't get back in without our email because our email didn't exist. So the new iteration was GIDUO 3, Gideo 3, and that's that's how I got my name. And from that, and like I was just, remember, I suck at coming up with names. So when I moved to PC, I was just like, fuck it, I'll use it on PC. And then I realized that that was dumb and stupid because nobody fucking knew how to pronounce it. So I was like, you know what, I'll just be Billy, because it makes a hell of a lot more sense.
My parents already did all the hard work for me.
Yeah, easy. All I have to do is butcher the name by fucking killing the Y, taking it out back and shooting it like Old Yeller, and then fucking putting a .e there, and it's perfect.
Cool. So the next question, I have literally wrote it down as, what's up with your sense of humor?
just why the fuck are you this stupid? Okay, so me and my, okay, it all comes from like my family. So me and my family have this, we all like to joke around, we all like to pick on each other, right? And there is no holds barred. We will go after each other, man. Like the way my so I actually had a buddy of mine, his name was Jake. He would come over and hang out with me, and I would always make fun of him, be like, yeah, you're actually here to hang out with my dad, right? And he was like, no, I'm here to watch the shit show between you and your dad. Because I talk to my dad the same way I talk to you guys. And he talks the same way back to me.
Okay, so how are these scamjar conversations going?
We don't need to talk about that, okay? But we would have conversations like, okay, so when I was in like middle school, like sixth grade, 5th grade, whatever, my dad would take me to school because he was third shift, so we would get home right around the time I was going to school. And so he would take me to school and just go to bed. And we would, on the way to school, we would be shooting the shit back and forth with each other, and I would get out of the car laughing so hard I was crying, and he was actually kind of self-conscious because he was afraid like the teachers would think that he was like beating me before school because I was crying coming out of the car, like I'd actually have tears running down my face. And I'm serious. Like this, and we were just rolling. And if you ask Mikey, because like if you ask Mikey or Dread, because my dad used to play video games like right behind me. Like I'd sit in this, like there's like a 60-inch plasma screen TV with like a Xbox One hooked up to it. He'd play on the Xbox, and we would just shoot the shit back and forth while I was in Discord with like Dread and Mikey and whatever. So they'll openly tell you, yeah, Billy's dad's fucking dope, you know, like
that's
they'll probably tell you that they'll probably tell you that they like my dad more than me. I love my dad.
Props
Don't
to
tell him I
dad.
said that, it'll go to his head. Oh.
That is awesome.
My mom's no different. She'll shoot the shit with me too. But me and my dad, like, we'll just go back and forth, and it gets my the same buddy that I was talking about, Jake, would talk about how if he didn't know us, he'd think we fucking hated each other the way we talk to each other. Like, because we will just straight fucking rag on each other. And the worst part is when like we'll team up on somebody where like somebody will say something stupid and we'll start making fun of them together, because it's just I feel bad for anybody on the receiving end, because it gets pretty bad.
That's awesome. Right, the last question as of right now from the general. That's a trick question. That's a hard one. You might need some time to think it through. So,
okay.
Fuck, marry, kill. Mikey, deranged, meathead.
Meathead?
Yeah.
Well, I'd obviously fuck the meathead.
Roger.
So, kill deranged and marry Mikey.
Okay.
Okay, easy. The reasoning behind all of it is with Mikey, I know he can take my abuse for like long periods of time. Deranged is like really Like he can take it for a long time. He's military, you know. But I feel like eventually he'd get annoyed and just kill me, and I can't stop him because he's like pretty fucking well built, and I'm like a stick. So, yeah. So it's a tactical decision to kill the ranged. And the meathead, you know, you gotta feel it. You gotta try everything once. You know?
That was a surprisingly quick answer, almost as if you were thinking about it.
Oh, you
at some point in your life.
I think about fucking my friends all the time.
To no one's surprise. I'm glad I
Yeah.
live over the pond.
Oh, come on. You know you want a little bit of smooch. Come on.
Right. Okay. I wish I have never came up with this question. On to YouTube questions. Let's talk shop.
Cool.
Your first video was posted on March 28th, 2020.
Yeah, and it was garbage.
Okay, so that part has never changed ever since, but how long do you do YouTube? And, like, how did you start? What made you? Like, how did this idea come into a small head of yours?
Okay. Actually, it's a big head, small brain. I get it right.
Okay,
But-
sorry.
Yeah. But the, so I wanted, like, as soon as I built my computer and started playing on PC, I wanted to record videos because I thought it would be funny. And I wanted to do videos with, like, people from school.
Mm-hmm.
Time out on this question because it's here and it's red. I'm going for it.
Breaking you up?
I just cut that guy in half and nothing happened.
She got the res.
Guy outside to your right. Nice. Got killed by the assassin.
KD saved.
Gives you an assist though, so he helps your KD too. We're good.
He does not. Pretty positive. Okay, buddy.
Oh. This should suck. Complete dick.
I'm pretty positive it will. Now, there are crawls behind me. How are you still
He went
alive?
out, 240 over here. Because he's not in the building right now.
Going
He's
up
coming
top?
up this way and drop by his ass.
Fuck! Yeah, I'm absolutely positively dead. But that bitch is tagged. Okay.
Yeah, I got him.
Good job, good job. Still red?
No, but you heard Chris behind you, so I'm just trying to res you as fast as possible. Yeah. So, what was the question again?
Yeah. How long do you do YouTube and how did you start?
Okay, so I've been doing YouTube literally as long as this channel's been alive.
So,
I
since 2020.
did not- Yeah. So I didn't have a channel beforehand, because so when I built my PC, right, I wanted to kind of record videos and post them because I thought it'd be funny, and I wanted to do it with, you know, people that I knew from school, but they didn't have a PC for one, which kind of fucked that plan up. But then the next thing I realized is recording videos and actually like editing takes a lot of time, and I didn't want to dedicate that time at first. And by at first I mean like this is in 2017, right?
Uh-huh.
But I played like a lot with a group of people in Siege, and we had a fucking blast, and we made a fuck ton of one-liners, and there were so many clutches and so many cool things that I missed out on recording. And now all I have is like memories. I can't go and like just watch it, because like with what I can do in Hunt now, because I've recorded. So that's what actually ended up making me want to record and edit the videos and mess around, is because I kind of wanted a log of just all the fucking stupid shit that we've done, and you know, to just go back and relive it.
Do you keep all the footages you use?
Not all of it. Like if I look at like I'll record things, and if I like it, like if it has to pass the second check. You know what I mean? Like you record it at the time because you think it's cool. Because I use obviously shadow play, so I can just Alt F10 and get whatever. But if I do a double check and I'm like, that wasn't so good, I'll throw it out, and then I'll just be like, you know what, it's not that big of a deal. Or if I like it, I'll throw it in a video, and then YouTube just can keep a log of all my shit. Or there's a few videos that I don't think YouTube would very much like, and I'll have a folder of shit that I can't post. No, which I'm pretty sure every person who posts content will have at some point, because there's some pretty good jokes that you just cannot use. Like, it's just not okay. But yeah, that's why I started, is because I kind of wanted a log of all the stupid shit and some of the cool plays, and, you know, just a memory. It's like a scrapbook, but less garbage.
Okay. So, out of all the videos you've posted, what would be your most and least favorite?
That's a fucking question and a half, dude. I think my... See, there's just so many of them now, right? I have like fucking almost... What, how many do I have? Like 170? Like 150? Something like that.
Clear.
Maybe 200? Yeah, it's clear. But... That's a lot to choose from, but I think...
It's a good loadout.
Okay, I know my least favorite.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. My least favorite was the dual-wield Prestige.
Wait,
you know the reason why.
That's the Wendy's one.
He said, "I'm gonna fuck the shit out of Wendy."
Like, just don't.
And then he's like,
Wendy, dude.
"Oh, wait, let me look up her age first." After the words had left his mouth.
I mean,
Don't get me wrong, I'd smash, but
Don't get
not
me
if
wrong.
she's 8.
she's not. That's the old logo. The new one's 8.
Are we still talking about the Wendy's thing?
Yeah, I went insane enough that I spent like 8 hours talking about Wendy's. Okay.
Bruh.
Yeah. And you know the exact reason why. Like, it's that because what people saw of that conversation was a mere fraction. There's people now.
Really?
Yeah, Northeast.
Yeah.
Inbound.
You got an X, I got a Beetle.
They know who I am, but they are not friendly.
Okay.
We can love each other later. We can give each other smooching.
I'd rather not, honestly.
Damn, you're not even gonna play along with the vibe? Alright. I'm just joking. I'm just joking. Aww, no fun. What do you boys have?
Hey man, I still love you. We can smooch later, but after I put a piece of lead through your head.
B's out. B's on the dude.
Nice
One
kill.
dead.
Over there, last one.
Went that way.
Yeah, he's behind the house. You want to rush him?
Oh god! I never
No,
saw
you do
him.
not. I'd say once. Sparks pistol. I got hit.
Nice play from these guys.
Yeah. Did I get hit by my own nade? I think I might have. I don't know if he hit me. He was right next to my nade and didn't get hit. That's sad. Yeah, man. That's something I'll never get used to, by the way.
Getting recognized?
Yeah, because I'm not even big, like, and people still recognize me. Like, I'm fucking 3,000 subs. Like, I have, like, nothing.
We'll get to this topic later.
Yeah, but, whoa.
Most and least favorite videos.
Okay, least favorite video. Yeah, I remember this. You know the exact reason why the Bill.E Prestige is my least favorite. Right. It's because what people didn't realize is that conversation lasted, like the Wendy conversation, it was all about Wendy, lasted hours and hours, and then I had to re-fucking live it by editing that goddamn video. And it was so long and so drawn out and so awful to edit.
So,
it turned out okay though.
Yeah.
I honestly, I think one of the best videos that I like, the video that I like the most is a video. Yeah, I think it's titled "The Fort Carmack Truce."
They're right ahead of us.
There is no way you're gonna win.
Numbered.
There's no way you're gonna win.
6-2.
Surrender.
Hold up, boys. Yo, hold up. Why are so many of you guys? What the fuck?
Do you surrender?
Do you
Don't shoot, bro. Don't shoot. Come on.
do you surrender?
Surrender. All right. You surrender then? Yeah.
All right. Now
We were gonna come to kill you guys, but y'all seem chill, so
dude, what is this? This is amazing. I love
I
this.
told you, man. It's the new meta.
Pictures earlier.
You know, we can just retake pictures with the new group now, if that's okay.
Yeah, group up. Photo time.
What are the odds?
Taking a photo up here. Everyone, together. Face me.
So did this just happen by chance?
I post. This happened, and it's where we just got a whole lobby of people just to be friendly, and we just fucked around. And it was just funny because, like, if you actually use VoIP in this game, you can be friendly a decent amount of the time. Just people don't do it because they'd rather fight, which is fair. I a lot of times would rather fight, but that video, it was pretty fun to just fuck around with a couple people, just shoot the shit and just leave. Nobody had to die.
Okay. By the way, so there is one video that did numbers, like numbers.
Okay.
You know,
Oh, you mean the 20K
You know
one.
exactly, yeah. Which one I'm
Yeah,
talking
the
about.
20K one. The nastiest jump scares in Hunt Show.
Yeah, why did it blow up?
I have no idea. It actually has a better click-through rate than all of my other videos.
So
And that, for those of you who don't know, click-through rate is the percentage of, like, the amount of people who see your thumbnail who click on it. And I believe that one is like a 10% or whatever, and the rest of my videos are below 10%. Depending on the video, of course. There are ones that I believe are a little above. But that one just got picked up by the algorithm for fuck knows reason. Didn't have a good thumbnail, barely had a decent title. My editing was kind of shit. It still's kind of shit, but it was even more kind of shit back then. And yeah, I don't know why.
we were talking about this video in a pretty cryptic way. So just for the reference, here is the thumbnail, and here is the link for to that video. Please, somebody tell me, why does this piece of garbage have the highest click-through rate out of all the videos on his channel?
Dude, and the funniest thing is like, I've been like, there's thumbnails that I've put a decent amount of work into. Like, obviously,
yeah.
If you look at my if you look at my channel, you can obviously tell that I don't really like putting that much time into the thumbnails. That's not the thing that I'm doing it for. I like the content itself, but nobody clicks on it if you don't have a decent thumbnail. So, it's whatever. But the fucking like I put some like work into some of those thumbnails just to make them look kind of artsy fartsy, and fucking they do pretty bad. Like they do pretty shit comparative to that one garbage thumbnail, and I have no idea why. I have no idea.
Who do you watch on YouTube, and who had the most influence on you as a YouTuber? Like, is there any person you kind of look up to?
I fucking love the Russian Badger. I fucking love the Russian Badger. He's so stupid.
Patterson,
just
fire
the fa-
warning shot.
Yeah, Patterson, fire warning shot. This is an M32 grenade launcher. Potato, potato. Yeah, just fire it, Patterson. Fucking, but I love the Russian Badger, but I actually, okay, his newer stuff I love because it's just sheer shit post. But I started watching him when he was like not like midway through his Siege game stuff. So it was like half educational, half shitpost, right? So like you could retain the information that he was giving you, and like the reasons why he was doing things, and the things that he liked on the classes, and how these operators worked, and things like that. But you could also like just watch him like run around with Doc's shotgun and fucking kill people. Like it was like a perfect mix of neuron activation and like education. And I like that kind of stuff, and I kind of want to do a little bit of that stuff because I've always loved it. But I never thought that I was like, because he's actually pretty good at video games. Like that's something that a lot of people don't realize. He's actually fairly decent at video games. And that's like that helps with the whole educational stuff. So I didn't think that I was like good enough to do the educational stuff. But I realize now that there's a lot of people who most people aren't good enough to do the educational stuff. They just do it anyway. And because you might as well, because even though you're not the highest echelon player ever, there are players lower than you, and if there are players lower than you, then there's people who can learn. So, and if there's people on the same level as you, maybe they can pick up something that they didn't know. So, I want to try to start doing more stuff like that. But also, I used to watch, obviously, you could probably tell this influence, Vanoss a lot. Smitty was one of my favorite. I loved watching Smitty.
Excuse my ignorance, I have never heard of those names.
Okay, so Vanoss is like 20 mil. He does funny moment stuff. He's a variety channel. He used to do COD, then he did GTA, then he did like Gmod. He made like Gmod prop hunt and things like that, like more popular because he brought a lot of attention to it. I haven't watched him in a while because like your tastes change over time. Now I've watched a guy that I'm watching right now is called the Growling Sidewinder, and he does a lot of aviation stuff. Like he does like military flight sims.
Okay.
And he'll
like
do like
VR
dog
ones?
fights. Yeah. He'll do VR ones and things like that. He does like dog fights and shit like that, which is cool. I think is cool because just learning about, you know, actual military aircraft and the way they were designed and the ideas behind them is actually kind of cool. But for like Vanoss and things like that, my influence there, just having a good time with your friends. It's just making a time of just playing any game that you're doing and just having fun and making stupid jokes and whatever. And Smitty does the same thing, except his editing, I believe, was better. And I thought that was so fucking cool. Like, some of the shit he did with editing. And I loved those two.
Okay. Onto the tools of the trade. Your PC setup, the rig itself, the software you use, your monitors, your mouse, your headset, your microphone, like what you use, why do you like them, and if we're talking about software, what guides do you watch? Maybe like any particular guide makers.
Okay. So PC, I have a RTX 2060 GPU. I have a Western digital hard drive, 1 TB hard drive. I have a Samsung M.2 and a Samsung SSD, Samsung Evo SSD. And the designation for my CPU is, give me a second. It is a Core 7 8700K. It runs at 4.2 gigahertz. It's 6 core, and that's basic. I have like a fucking power supply that's actually designed to be quiet because it was annoying as fuck to have like one that sounded like a jet engine. And I also have my CPU liquid cooled, but it's not custom liquid cooling.
AIO?
Easy. What?
All in once. AIO liquid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I didn't want to do custom and shit.
That's a lot of pain in the ass.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's a fairly decent rig.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I started with a Core i5 and a GTX 1060, which the GTX 1060 was actually pretty good. I love the GTX 1060.
6 or 3 gig?
6. 6.
Okay, I had a Core i5 3rd gen and 3 gig 1060.
Yeah, 3 gigs 1060 was a little
underwhelming.
Underpowered. Yeah. From what I've heard, but the 6 gig fucking carried me through literally anything that I want. Like half the videos that you see on my channel recorded are on that GPU, and they're fine. I was running usually. The only reason why I would cap my FPS at 60 is because one of the monitor that I had, which was like a BenQ, I don't know the exact fucking designation, but it was a 60 hertz, and it had a problem with screen tearing. So that's why I had VSync on, and that's why it was locked. But as soon as I got a monitor that was better than that, I started running at higher than 60 FPS. It would hold like 80. It's pretty good. I have another BenQ monitor, so I have 2 right now. I have my old monitor as my like
secondary.
Yeah, as my secondary, and then I have my new one, which is like a 144 hertz 1080p monitor. And it's pretty good. I love it. I like this monitor. I have a Logitech mouse. I don't remember the exact designation, but I like so far this Logitech mouse has done me well. I went through a fucking Razer mouse and it sucked. It's awful. I've always had a problem with keyboards. I think I'm just fucking like beat the shit out of keyboards or something, because my Logitech keyboard started having keys die. And I started rebinding keys because my keys would die. And but right now I have a HyperX keyboard, which is working out.
Lunchbox.
Thank you. And I have a HyperX headset as well. Just like a pretty cheap HyperX headset, but it still works. And yeah, that's my stuff. It's a wireless.
Logitech stuff is good. The only thing I do not really like are their keyboards because of how the ROM G switches feel. Just not my thing.
Yeah, fair enough.
Okay,
You have to have a nice feeling too. You gotta get used to the feel of everything. If you don't have a nice feeling, it throws you off.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, but Logitech mice are one of my favorite. I do have the Logitech mouse. It's a G305. It's just modified by me.
Yeah, you showed me the pictures. The 3D printed stuff. Looks pretty cool.
Wink wink, project upcoming, guys.
Yeah, wink wink. Yeah, this guy's smart. He can do cool stuff. Watch his videos so that he can get the resources to do it.
Okay, this video is brought to you by
Rage.
We are never getting sponsored, Billy.
I don't know, man. Raid will fucking sponsor anybody. I swear to God, I saw like a Hitler Youth video fucking sponsored by Raid Showdown. Ow.
Sorry for that. Right, where's the boss? Elaine. Cave.
Yeah.
Fine. Okay,
We'll get to
software.
let's do the next question after.
After we fuck these guys up, yeah.
Yeah.
What you got? Is it the label?
Labelle.
Wow.
Yeah.
And a hand
I
crossbow.
got Labelle and a Caldwell. No,
Oh.
Labelle, Caldwell conversion.
Okay.
But I have a Derringer, so you know I'm good.
My man came strapped.
I'm glad I came to work strapped. Hey, bro.
You traded? That's good.
Yeah, I did. I jumped to chat too. It was a Crown and King on me. I don't know what his buddy has.
Oh man!
Okay. Sorry, I could have killed him without fucking trading, but I had to jump in chat. Right behind him.
Okay. That looked menacing.
Okay, so you said something about software, right?
Yeah.
So I, to record, I use GeForce Experience. It has the shadow play feature. So I will just hit Alt F10 and it'll record the last 5 minutes of whatever the hell I was doing. Doesn't matter what game, doesn't matter if it's just the desktop or whatever. I can just hit it and have it.
Mighty helpful.
It makes it real fucking easy. Which is kind of like the way I like things. I don't want to have to make things overcomplicated because, you know, that's annoying. And really, I'm kind of just doing this to record stupid shit, so I don't expect it really to go anywhere. So, just recording the stupid shit is all I want, and I can fix it in post anyway. So that's whatever. I use a editing software called Movie Studio 14 Platinum. It's the same. So there's this. It used to be owned by Sony, and it was called Sony Vegas, but it was bought out by a company called Magic, and it's just essentially the same software, just post Sony. It's good enough. It does what it needs to do. And it could probably do a hell of a lot more than what I do with it, but I'm just not skilled enough to use it yet. It's a learning curve. It's a process. I don't have anybody like that I'm deliberately subscribed to like for tutorials and things. Because you said something about that earlier.
Yep.
But I'll just go if I want to do something. I'll just go and be like, okay, fucking. Let's just look up a tutorial and I'll just find one. If I find it helpful, I just leave a like and that's whatever. But I also, another piece of software that is really nice for people over Discord and really likes to fuck up in GeForce Experience is NVIDIA Broadcast. I use it as it has a noise gate feature that essentially works exactly like the Discord noise gate. So it's just real simple, real easy, and it just makes it so that my fucking keyboard and me swooshing around my mic and breathing and drinking water doesn't get picked up by my mic. And that's basically it, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Let's hit it random.
A loadout
Let's see
and
it.
a half.
Oh god.
This is something that a good friend of mine would unironically run, like voluntarily, and do good with it. Do well.
Actually,
with
I ran a loadouts kind of similar. It was a Sparks sniper, a hand crossbow, and a Derringer. I thought that shit was funny. So,
it. So Jay, hello if you're watching. Right. How long does it usually take you to make a video, and what is the most time-consuming part of your editing workflow?
sometimes They take forever, especially if you're
Subtitles.
tracking them to somebody.
Right?
Like, yeah, they take so fucking long. I can say, okay, depending on the video, so I have different types of video, obviously. When it comes to, like, the gameplay videos, it probably takes, fuck, I don't know, 6 to 8 hours. But I have to have a lot of breaks in between, because if you watch the same footage over and over again without a break, your brain starts to melt. So I'll take a lot of breaks, so that's why it takes me a lot longer to like post a video.
Come again, 6 to 8 hours to edit one video.
6 to 8, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. For that's for the 10-minute like funny moment shit. Like there's other videos like the more gameplay oriented ones where there's like funny matches or whatever, they take less time because they're not as funny. So I don't have to put like as much subtitles in or like some visual cues or like sound effects or anything as much because it's more focused on gameplay. So they're a lot easier in that regard. And then the ones that take the fucking most amount of time are the prestige videos because they are so fucking long and there's so much stupid shit and you have to sift through it. Like, you know this, and I've actually posted on a community post on my channel before. Like, I can have well over 15 hours of footage from a prestige video to edit, and that's huge, obviously. But then you take into consideration that it takes like triple, quadruple, quintuple that time just to get the footage that you want out of all of the footage, and then you have to fucking put subtitles on it and give context for what needs context, and then, you know, put music in and this, that, and the other. It gets real time consuming for one of those. I think it's taken me entire weeks to finish one of those videos.
Right, because if you have spent 15 hours recording the video, you then need to spend approximately the same amount of time rewatching the footage and then cutting it.
Yeah.
Just a rough cut to kind of build the structure
Know where
of your
you're
video.
starting. Yeah. And yes, this is the loadout I was given. No, I don't want it.
At least I have a Derringer.
Bro, I have fucking I have nothing to do with it. Okay, whatever. It's all good.
Okay.
This is what I signed up for.
What are you working on improving right now? Maybe any like particular part of your videos, of your editing, some tricks, something new that you want to bring to your videos?
Okay, so there's a couple things, and one of the I would obviously the dream would be to, you know, be funny and also be good at video games. So I want to fucking I want to get actually better. I want to have better aim because that would make the videos like cooler. Obviously, for the editing standpoint, sometimes my timing's off, and I need to work on the fucking timing.
Timings? Would you elaborate, please?
For text on screen when I'm doing subtitles, sometimes they're off. Somebody will say something, and then you'll have a transition from one thing to another, or you'll have another line of text pop up, and sometimes it'll be a little late, and I don't know why. Sometimes I'm just fucking off, and then I notice it when it's already rendered, and I'm like, well, fuck, fucking idiot. But I also want to do a lot more, like put more visuals in, so like pictures and things like that. For instance, an example that I have in the video that I was talking to Demon, which is, you know, go sub to him if you're not fucking, yeah. We were talking about anime or hentai, and I had a picture of some hentai chick pop up on screen. I want to do more stuff like that because there was a content creator that I've watched a little bit. I kind of like his editing style, but I don't watch him all that much. His name's like Schrodinger Lee, and he does a lot of stuff with like pictures with his text. Like he'll mix them, Like he'll have like his text underneath like a subtitle, and then he'll have a picture that kind of emotes what's being said, which I think is kind of cool. I think that's a cool idea. I kind of want to incorporate that a little bit because it just
Kraus.
yeah, there's
Northwest.
people, yeah, I need to like run into this compound before I'm even halfway effective. So
I see one.
I see them. They're going to white building.
Hit one.
I have a shotgun, nerd.
Up top.
Yeah, I hear him. I might be able to pop him before. I tagged him. Shit.
Come
You
on!
hit his arm. Yeah, you hit his fucking arm, dude. God, that's so unfortunate. That feels so bad. Feels so
Okay.
bad.
Okay, I got the idea. Recording stops right now. I'm deleting my channel. I'm deleting this game. I'm going in the woods. I'm selling my computer.
Wait. What you running in your computer real quick?
Sorry?
What are you running? Because if you're going to get rid of your computer, I mean, I might as well benefit from it.
This is support.
That's what friends are for.
God. Okay, so pictures.
Yeah,
And like
adding
visualizing.
things that visualizing the emotions and whatever, because it helps you emote more. It gives and I think that's a really cool idea to implement into your content. And of course, and I also want to implement more sound effects and stuff, because I've noticed in a lot of content that I like watching that there's just subtle stuff in the background that like you notice subconsciously, but you don't notice like you don't note it until you don't hear it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know. I'm taking notes. I'm just gonna beat you to the punch.
Oh yeah. And I think that's a very good thing to add as well. So I want to add sound effects and then put things that emote more, especially considering that I don't use face cam or anything like that. Having anything that like emotes for me would be interesting.
So you want the videos to be more engaging on like some I don't know, emotional level, like just monkey sees action.
Yeah. The exact way I like to watch content. Monkey brain. I also, another thing that I want to do is I want to do more educational stuff. I've already said that before. But I think it would be interesting to just, especially like the way I put things is really stupid, but it gets the point across. You know what I mean? So I feel like if I do that, people will understand more or be willing to understand more than if it's just like, oh yeah, like fucking Rajta goes into a game and fucking gets 5 headshots and be like, just do that. You know what I mean? It's